Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Claire. You may have seen the video for this pour here. This was my new technique where I put some dividers on the canvas and then tilted diagonally. I called it my diagonal tilt. A lot of people said to me in the comments that it looked like wood, like panels of wood. So I want to roll with that idea, and I thought, well, why don't I actually deliberately use some colours which more woody colours? So I'm going to do exactly the same again. I'm going to do lots of little ring pours to try and create a wood effect. So I've got bronzes, coppers, really woody colours. So let me show you. So 4 out of 6 colours are definitely wood, like the colour of wood. So I've got copper, I've got gold, I've got bronze, and I've got this old mauve. So it's like a really deep burgundy colour, which I guess isn't necessarily wood, but I think it works really well. But I want some contrast to highlight these colours. So I've also got some Venetian Rose by Amsterdam, and I've got some Montmartre Payne's Grey. So these will be the predominant colours. And then with hopefully with some separation of the Payne's Grey and the Venetian Rose. I'd usually use white, but you don't get white in wood. So I thought I'm going to use the rose instead. So I've prepared my canvas here. It's 30 centimetres. I did a cross on the canvas so I know exactly where the centre is. And then I've divided it into 5 equal panels. So 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to use this next. This is frog tape, and I'm going to use that to make some dividers to go onto my canvas. All the paints are mixed with PVA glue and water. I'll put the recipe in the description. I just want to try and show you the consistency. So it's nice and thick, really creamy. I like it to be quite thick because it just means that when I pour the paint out, the colours should remain a bit more separate. So yeah, it just leaves a trace for quite a few seconds. So I'm just going to show you how I make the dividers. Now, frog tape comes in different widths, and I found this really wide width, which I haven't used it before for this. It will be much better because it means the barriers are going to be higher. So I'm less likely for it to break a barrier and overflow. So I'm just going to fold this. I've just cut off a piece. I'm folding it so there is just a very small sticky part left. That sticky part is going to go onto the canvas, and then this non-sticky part will be the barrier, the divider. So I'm hoping you can see there. So that bit's sticky at the bottom, and then there's this nice bit here which isn't sticky. So I'm going to put that over the line and then just fold it back. Yeah, it's not in the right place. This is a bit fiddly. I'll just keep folding it back to check that I've put it on that line. And then just give it a really good crease so it sticks that sticky bit down, but then it sits up again proud. So I've got a really nice divider there now. So it's quite higher than the previous ones. It's quite firm, and it also sticks down well. And then frog tape is brilliant because it then just peels up. So I'm going to pour the paint on, then I will peel it up afterwards, and it doesn't damage the canvas in any way. I'm going to layer up these little paper cups. I love these paper cups because I can pinch them and create a funnel. They just work so well. So I'm going to do 9 cups. I'm probably not going to fill them all. I'm going to layer 4 in one direction and then 5 in the other direction because I quite like some contrast between the panels. So let's put those aside in a moment. So to layer them, I'm simply just going to drizzle. I'm going to do 1 layer of each colour. Just drizzle a little bit in the bottom. This order I've chosen, it took me a while to work it out, but I wanted to separate the iridescent colours. In fact, I'm going to pour this down the side now. I wanted to separate the iridescent colours, and I wanted to try and get the light and the dark colours next to each other as much as possible. So I've got maximum contrast. Although these probably are the darkest too. I've said that. I know I've said that. So the way I intend to pour this is to do 3 ring pours on this panel, 2 on these and 1 on these. I have got lots more paint, so if I find that's not working, I can always mix up more. So I think I will start, let's start with the central one. So I'm literally just going to do a ring pour right in the centre. I want to really take my time in the centre, because the centre is going to be so important because it will show. So I'm really happy with that. So let's do another one here. Right, because that bit had a little drip, all I'm going to do is a little swirl in there. Right, let's give this a good torch. Right, let me just give you a quick close-up because it's looking gorgeous. Hope you can see this. Really happy. I think the gold and the red seem to be the dominant colours. So the bits that I like the least, I'm just thinking about tilting. The bits that I like the least, I don't like this puddle as much because I tilted it the wrong way, and I don't like the centre of that one. So I think it makes sense to me to tilt this way first and then tilt the rest back this way. So I can really anchor these puddles around the edge, so it's catching them on the edge. So I've got the bits that I want, and then to tilt them back this way. And then by tilting, I'm hoping this will really open these up. So there's nothing difficult about this. I'm just tipping it this way. In fact, I've just had an idea. I might put a little bit of flow extender down there. I've got some drips on my worktop already. I'm just going to use those, and that will just help this paint just to flow really smoothly and easily across the canvas. Right, that's gone over the edge, so pull that back. Good. Let's turn this the other way. I'm going to torch it again. And then again, just put a bit more flow extender down. Right, and then just tilt back the other way. Brilliant. I managed to keep the centres. Right, I'm really happy. There's a little bit here that hasn't quite covered. This one has. And then I've got the edges. I'm going to have to spend quite a long time sorting out the edges. But I think I am happy enough at the moment. I wonder if I could just get some gold on that bit. Right, so the scary bit, let's take up these dividers. So I'm just holding them tight. I'm just pulling from one end, and then they should hopefully close up. Yeah, if I've got enough paint on here, they'll close up. If there's not enough paint, I'm going to just need to help them. Oh, that one's closed up instantly. Brilliant. I think they're going to close up by themselves. Right, it's finished. I'm not sure how much it looks like wood, how much it looks like your dining room table. But yeah, the colours aren't quite right. But it's just such a cool effect. This one has worked better than the first one. I think because I had more paint in each of the puddles closed up well. The lines aren't perfectly straight, but I think my plan will be just to leave them. Last time I embellished the painting and added extra lines, and a lot of people told me I shouldn't have done that. So I think I might be tempted just to leave it. The colours are gorgeous. The lines, the designs are absolutely beautiful. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like wood panels at the moment. There's a lot of sparkle, a lot of shimmer in this. Really pretty. I did an extra tilt at the end because I just decided I wanted to try and get rid of some of that puddle there. Yeah, so not sure. I think it will change as it dries. It will darken a bit, and that might make all the difference. So I'll be back when it's dry. So it's now dry and I actually think it's worked. I'm actually really pleased with it. I do think at a glance, it does look a bit like a wood effect. If you look closely, it's clearly not, the colours aren't right. I think with just a bit of an open mind, at first glance, I think you could think it was, it looks a little bit like wood panels. The most amazing thing I think is the shimmer in this. Because there is so much gold, it's just so shiny, and mixed with the PVA glue, there's no varnish on this, it's just the mixture with PVA glue and all the iridescent colours. So much gold that it just shines beautifully. Let me show you up close. If you really look close, you just see all the lines, all the beautiful folds of paint. You can see that, you just get a sense of actually how it was poured out the cup. You can almost see the process in looking at this. That's the central puddle there. I'm really pleased with the centre, really nice and neat. It's got a real autumnal feel. All the leaves are down now around here in the UK, and it's just covered, the whole of the outside is covered in these orangey, browny, bronzy leaves, and it really reminds me of an autumn colour scheme. Great, thank you so much for watching. Please leave me any comments you want to. Do hit the thumbs up button. Take care. Bye.